matter because I listened to it on the air and it doesn't matter. Good morning, everyone. We're live.
Good morning, everyone. So you
Paul,
can't.
how's that nice weather where you are?
It's very
Yeah,
good.
Paul.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's not gang up on Paul,
Oh,
folks.
no, I'm
We don't
happy
really
for
need
you.
to make the whole morning show about me
No,
being in the
I'm-
sun. Thank you
I'm
very much.
jealous. I'm not
Wrigley's
hanging up on you. I'm excited to hear because we
I'm
have a
Dick
little
Hafer,
snow.
WJR News, and now
This
here's Paul
whole
W.
vacation
Smith.
thing is ridiculous.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Tuesday morning to you. It is the 1st of December, the 336th day of 2020. There are 30 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. But let me just say this to start off. It's the 1st of December, so we should be hearing now the Linus and Lucy theme from Vince Guaraldi. That is our Christmas theme, and we're going to start it as of the 1st of December, so I'll let Brian get that together, and we're going to dedicate it this entire holiday season to Kellyanne Nagy, who always reminded us every year on the 1st of December that it was time to start playing Linus and Lucy as our Christmas theme. She passed away not too very long ago. Kellyanne Nagy, this one's for you. So there it is, our Christmas theme from this day forward on this 1st of December with the team all together. Thank you, Dick Hafer, for all the news as it was meant to be presented as news, not as thought, opinion, or fitting some kind of dark plan. It's just the news, my friends. And we present it the way it was meant to be with Mr. Haefner and WJR News on this T-shirt Tuesday. Dana Clark is here. Traffic and weather and opinion and the movies and restaurants and anything else that's on her mind. Brian Morton is in the studio back in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, the only one that's not broadcasting from home from this point on. Mike Kim is alongside. Made the old-fashioned coffee this morning, with a coffee pot, so you actually smell the aroma of the coffee. I like that. I miss that. I love our Keurig. It's easy, but I do miss that old aroma of the coffee. And, of course, our executive producer, whatever's going on, whenever, including this Giving Tuesday, Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Deb. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you. It will be Giving Tuesday all day long, and we're helping out in a very special way. And we'll talk about that throughout the morning with a couple of special guests and other things that are happening for this Giving Tuesday. I do want to also mention that today is National Fried Pie Day. And my first reaction to Kim was, fried pie? Who has fried pie? And she reminded me the most famous fried pie of all. Anybody?
At the Chinese restaurant? No, at the Mexican restaurant.
No.
What's that called?
I don't know. Fried pie. I don't know
Fried
what
pie?
it's called.
No, don't
But I'll
have
tell
any.
you what it is. It's the fried apple pies that were first introduced
McDonald's?
in McDonald's.
Oh,
In 1968, the original fried pie, fried when they started in lard. And I can't begin to tell you, Barrister Battersby could tell us, Ann, how many lawsuits came from people burning many a mouth on those fried pies when they first came out. Because you touch them, you'd say, oh, this is okay. You'd bite in, and the filling was molten lava, along with it being apple pie filling. But that's it.
That's a good pie.
The two most popular flavors of fried pies in the Deep South are?
Apple,
Yes,
cherry.
I would pick cherry, but they pick apple and peach
Oh,
for fried pies.
that makes
Peach
sense.
cobbler. Peach
Yeah.
cobbler.
Love
Big in the
peach.
South, y'all.
Yes.
Better believe it.
Y'all. I love peach cobbler.
Good.
It is.
All right, it is 5:42 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Let's check it right here, right now. Our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dana Clark.
Traffic first sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Guernsey Farms Dairy is celebrating 80 years of serving Michigan and wants to wish you a happy holidays. Enjoy the Guernsey Farms Dairy award-winning dairy products and special holiday eggnog this season at your local grocer or their newly remodeled store and restaurant in Northville. And visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com to order carryout. Earlier accident, 75 southbound at the Davison is clear. 75 northbound, though, at the Davison accident, partially blocking that Davison ramp. Also, 94 eastbound at the Southfield Freeway, accident blocking both shoulders. It's going to be a tricky commute this Tuesday as well. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Brought to you by McLaren Health Plan. McLaren Health Plan is helping families stay healthy with coverage for virtual doctor visits, flu shots, and access to over 140 hospitals in Michigan. McLaren Health Plan, the right plan for right now. Learn more at mclarenhealthplan.org.
Cracking out a little bit more snow shower activity this morning. Gusty northwest winds, probably making it look like it's snowing harder than it might be, but still some slick streets and maybe up to an inch or so of additional accumulation. To the west, a little bit less. Winter weather advisory until noon, and then cloudy this afternoon with a high of 36. Tonight, a light northwest breeze, clear sky, 28, suburbs colder. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 44. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stagicott, News Talk 760 WJR.
And depending on where you are right at the moment, it's about 27 snowy degrees. And Ann tells me, and she says these things with a degree of knowing for sure that the snow, I like this part, the snow should end at 9:40.
Watching the radar, Deb.
We never used to be so specific as to when the snow would end, but it'll be 9:40 this morning. That's of course after, if you're driving anywhere, what we used to call morning drive. You're going to have snow through morning drive. And you're going to have the Rush Limbaugh Show from noon till 3 here on the great voice of the Great Lakes, News Talk 760 WJR. And right here at 5:45, Rush stops by.
Meg Weehee is the deputy director of the Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy. It's a bunch of leftists. In Newsweek magazine, Ms. Weehee writes that state governments should not wait for Washington to soak the rich with higher taxes. She says the states should begin to do that themselves right now. She says that her Take Your Money Institute researched every state's taxation system, and they concluded that most states don't capture enough money from high-income households. Now, this supposedly leads to income inequality and the other problems libs complain about when they want your money. The bottom line, Ms. Weehee thinks that states should whack the rich harder right now instead of waiting for progressives to whack the rich from Washington. Ms. Weehee, haven't you noticed that liberal states have been slamming rich residents with high taxes for decades? And that's why so many people are leaving these high-tax states for low-tax states, and they're taking their money with them. They are running away from you, Ms. Weehee, and they're going to keep running away from you, Ms. Weehee, because they have sense.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. All righty, it is a T-shirt Tuesday. I'm happy for all the people that have joined us online. I've missed everybody, Paul's pals, so to speak. Nice to have you all here. And T-shirt Tuesday, you can see I had my Paul McCartney T-shirt picked out. I bet you didn't see that, Kim. But she put out this one, which is extra special. You can see what it says. I hope you can see what it says.
Yes.
Make each and every day count.
Each and every day count.
Each day is a gift.
Is a gift.
Right. So that's my T-shirt. What? Anybody else with a T-shirt?
We always need to remember that.
Yep. We
I
all
don't
need to
have
be.
a T-shirt on today.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know what day it was.
It is T-shirt Tuesday. But that's okay. I mean, we did that in the beginning just to, have a little something special, especially for the people who come in on our
Oh, yeah.
social media that are here till 6:15 or so. But we don't have to do it forever. We can come up with other stuff along the way.
Come up with
How's
some holiday stuff.
Well, we should come up with some holiday stuff, and we should need to contact the ugly sweater people because remember, we had them on first and then they became famous. Of course, they have a great PR guy in Jason. Our old intern, Jason, started a PR firm, Publicity. I'm not sure. I always mess up the name. It's so simple and I mess it up. Ann, do you remember? What, Jason?
Something like that.
Publicity.
Yeah.
He's got the city in there, and it's whatever. But he has taken them national, and they've become hugely successful. You'll see them on nationwide television with their ugly sweaters. It's become something that people like to see and talk about. So we need to get them back on and get maybe one day they'll give us each an ugly sweater so that it could be Ugly Sweater Day. And we could all have our sweaters when we open up like this on our streaming.
Good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
So what's new? This ridiculous vacation schedule, and it's not over. And it's because I didn't take any real vacation during COVID and during the election. And then the company sent out a memo saying, if you don't use your vacation, you lose it. Well, I said, both Ann and I said, well, we're not going to lose our vacation. That's not smart. So we've been back and forth, and in fact, I'm on today because it's Giving Tuesday, and then I'm off again until Friday when it's the Women Who Lead breakfast. Again, like everything, virtual, right, Ann?
Yes, the virtual breakfast is Friday morning. So it'll be a fun morning with lots of really interesting women doing amazing things.
Absolutely. And we'll see them, I think, as much as we can virtually. We'll stay on the old virtual throughout most, if not all, of the show.
Yes.
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
It is 5:50, 10 minutes away from 6 o'clock, Tuesday, the 1st of December. Goodbye, November. I'd like to say I'll miss you, but I won't miss November. I'm not going to start lying now. I'm not going to miss November or October. You go work backwards. I'm not going to miss virtually any part of 2020, I'm afraid, nor will any of us. Today is a special day, though. It's a Giving Tuesday, and we are helping Community Health and Social Services, CHASS, CHASS, the CHASS Center in Southwest Detroit. They're trying to raise $90,000 to reach a goal of bringing a life-saving mammography machine to the center. And this CHASS was the launching with us this Giving Tuesday in hopes of reaching their goal by year's end. Donations are being accepted at chasscenter.org, CHASS center.org, if you want to help them out with their goal. Of course, we already helped Hunger Free in the D a week or two ago, whenever the heck that was. And we did very well first thing in the morning and all day long, and with our FM stations and such. But first thing in the morning, we should be proud because they had $200,000 that they were matching, the Chilani Family Foundation. Before we got off at 9, they already burned through that $200,000. So they added $50,000, and immediately Ray Scott of Lear called up and said, I'll match that $50,000. So before we went off the air at 9 o'clock, we were at $550,000, close to $600,000 before 9 o'clock. And so we did very, very well for a day that ended up a little over $700,000. So we gave him a good foundation. Let's try to give the CHASS, the Social Services, Community Health and Social Services, a nice shot in the arm as well for today.
People in this community, Paul, are so generous.
This is,
Just
I've
amazing.
said it before, I'll say it again and again, the most generous people within the sound of my voice, anywhere in the country. And I've worked in New York City, I've worked in Philadelphia, I've worked in Toledo. I mean, they're generous people everywhere, but for whatever reason, this area, the Midwest, in the heart of of the Midwest, Detroit specifically, Michigan specifically, very generous. And they are generous no matter what's going on.
Right.
Even during the rough times, and God knows we've gone through rough times, people still step up realizing that they have much to be grateful for, no matter what. And we have more than many. And so at times like this especially, we end up sharing as best we can. What's new with everybody? Anything? What's that, Dick?
People want to help, and our companies, our corporations want to help. And
Yeah.
you know what? It also seems to me this was proof again that you don't get the order unless you ask for it.
Well, that's true too, because we're all very busy. We all get caught up with whatever it is we're involved with, family and business and everything else, so that when people depend on WJR, like Chast today, we bring these people to our listeners' attention, and the listeners who can say, "Oh, yeah, wait a minute, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to help," and they do. So we really appreciate that. What else do we have going on? Anything in particular that we should point out besides snow and winter and all of that? Power went off at the house in Grosse Pointe. I don't know how widespread the power outage was, but I do know that on our block there was some loss of power, at least for a while. Thankfully, we did.
A little bit of ice on the lines, right?
A lot of ice on the lines.
There are some scattered outages this morning, but nothing big. Unless you're the one who's out, in which
Right.
I might. If you're the one that's out, it's a very big deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely right. Do you remember me saying? I don't remember the last time I was on. I guess was for that Hunger Free in the D that Monday. But I mentioned before that even that I thought that I had seen somewhere or felt that mouthwash was a good idea during COVID, and now a study has actually come out saying, along with hand washing and other hygiene measures, mouthwash could become a routine part of people's daily habits after preliminary lab tests from the University of Cardiff found it.
In
Cardiff. Is that in Wales, did you say?
Mhm.
The University of Cardiff found it can combat coronavirus in 30 seconds. Remember me talking about that? Does anyone remember me saying that?
Yes. Yeah. We
Mouthwash.
had Dr. Tom Rafai on talking about it too.
There you go.
And he gave us a list of the right mouthwashes to buy.
Yeah, there were a couple of them. But what he didn't mention at that time was we had talked about Listerine antiseptic, which meant it had alcohol, because a lot of these they tout the fact they don't have alcohol in them. If you've noticed, if you looked at all the mouthwashers now, but this one has to have 0.07%. Again, I never pronounce these things right, but cetipyridium chloride, CPC, CETYPYRIDINIUM chloride, CPC, in this study to be effective in killing COVID in the back of your throat with deep gargling. So just a reminder, we had talked about it, and there it is.
The next hoarding item.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. They say that they actually talk about some of the things that are hard to come by right now. There's a lot of stuff. Amazingly, things I would never have thought of, like furniture, hard to come by. And we'd have to talk to Rachel out there at Gardner White. I'm sure they have furniture, and I remember her saying to us during the Thanksgiving morning pre-parade, which, by the way, Annie, I thought that show turned out pretty doggone good.
It was a lot of fun.
The pre-parade programming on Thanksgiving morning moved right along too. But she has plenty of furniture at Gardner White and same-day delivery, which to me is just I think it's a logistical nightmare. And she said it is one of the toughest things they've ever done. It is 5:57 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Let's check it right here, right now at 5:57. Our WJR traffic and weather first, and Miss Dana Clark.
We do have a police situation, Paul W. Avoid Mack Avenue near Connor. That's in Detroit. Also in Detroit, new accident 75 northbound at Rosa Parks Boulevard. That just reported. Northbound 75 at the Davison accident, partially blocking that Davison ramp to 75 northbound. It's going to be a slippery commute this morning. Also looking at 94 eastbound at the Southfield Freeway. Accident is blocking both shoulders. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Could see an additional 1 to 2 inches. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect until noon today. Breezy and cold all day today. A high of 33 tonight. Partly cloudy skies, low 27. We warm up just a bit on Wednesday, hump day, mainly sunny and a high of 43. And Thursday, partly cloudy, 41. Cloudy skies, 26 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in 2 minutes.
You know, the other good story this morning, Dub, that we're talking about at 6:18 is with Monica Toomey, that awesome nonprofit that she started with 5 other women.
Remember Flag? We had them on when they first started.
And now they're going to do it again. So this is the nonprofit where they combine the restaurants,
by buying food for people, helping people, the frontliners, plus buying food from the local area restaurant.
Isn't that
so
great?
They're helping everybody.
Yeah.
And the
really
restaurants are hurting. We're going to hear a little later from our friend Joe Vicari, the Andiamo Restaurant Group, Joe Muir's Andiamo, a whole bunch of others. They're at the end of the line. They're at the end of the line. If this 3-week period that has pulled them all back again, if that gets extended, they're done. We've lost thousands of restaurants that will never open again. We'll lose thousands more, and it's bad. Dana just had a thing about police activity, Mack near Connor police activity in the Rosa Parks, you said?
Yes.
Well, today, December 1st, 1955, was when Rosa Parks was arrested after refusing to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama city bus. So that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Of course, the incident sparked that year-long boycott of the buses by blacks. It was a big deal and a big moment in our history. Today is Eat a Red Apple Day.
Oh, nice. I can do that.
I can do that too.
I have to get back on track. It's really bad over here.
Are you in a COVID situation?
This situation is dire.
It's Eat a Red Apple Day. To eat a red apple every day. Of course, they're delicious. They're nutritious, which is a great combination.
Yes.
Apples date back to the Garden of Eden. In that garden, the Bible tells us it was the forbidden fruit.
Yes.
You know what's really good?
What?
I mean, really good.
What?
Apples and peanut butter.
Yes. I
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
yeah.
all
I
Yeah.
got Kim introduced me to apples and peanut butter, and it was first something that Sophie wanted, and probably all the rest of the other kids. I'm thinking that it was a perfect quick snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apples and peanut butter. I did not know what the science of growing apples is called. Does anyone know? I never heard this before. The science of growing apples is called pomology. Pomology. The science of growing apples.
You should know that
Pomology.
living in Michigan.
Yeah, I have you ever heard that used? I've never heard that used.
No, never.
All the times we've talked about Michigan apples and all the stories.
Bob Daramo is asking you for more help with what brands of mouthwash.
See, that's a little bit of a problem. This story.
I can ask Dr. Rafai.
Here's what we said with Dr. Rafai, and here's what they're saying here. Scientists, blah, 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 worked with, including Listerine and Dental, Dentyl. Are you guys familiar with that? I'm not that familiar with that brand. Listerine and Dentyl. But I don't understand that other drug, the septipyridinum chloride. I'd have to look. Maybe we can look at our Listerine mouthwash and see if it's in there with the alcohol. I don't really know.
Susan says, do not use mouthwash brands with propylene glycol, which is an ingredient in antifreeze.
Oh, yeah, that's an antifreeze.
Ooh.
Gee
I hope
whiz.
the Listerine doesn't have that, Susan.
Well, I'll look. During the break, I'll go get the... well, there is no break. Well, there will be a break at 6:15. I'll get up and I'll go look for the Listerine and see what it says on the bottle.
That Listerine does burn, though.
Ooh,
That's why they came out.
I'm like,
kills everything, including us.
It's why they came out with the. If you notice, there's a lot of non-alcohol mouthwash now. But in that case, you're like doing away with the important stuff that would be killing the germs. Anyway, hey, I love this. What is a favorite sandwich of your host that comes and goes, that's coming back again?
Dana, you must know.
turkey. Turkey. You like the turkey sandwich?
No, it kills me that I didn't get to Arby's for the deep fried turkey sandwich.
Deep fried?
What?
They had before Thanksgiving, they had a deep fried turkey like club sandwich.
Wow.
And I wanted desperately to get to an Arby's. It's not on my regular path. I haven't been to an Arby's in a long, long time. But I don't see it being advertised anymore. Sweetheart, can I have that Listerine? Oh, she's checking the bottle of Listerine for us. Favorite sandwich that returns tomorrow and nationwide, beginning tomorrow. And with the arrival, McDonald's has dubbed, well, I can't give these things, but anyway, they're giving away 10,000 free sandwiches to hungry fans in a sweepstakes they have.
I know now. Patrick told me, and so did Brian. The McRib.
The McRib it is. Patrick.
You like that sandwich?
That's your favorite sandwich?
It's my favorite sandwich that comes and goes.
Gotcha. I've never had one of those.
It's a sandwich that comes and goes. I don't know what their plan is, careful baby. I don't know what how they decide when it's going to be out or not. And they've got some kind of a tie-in. I don't get this. Beard or no beard, prepare for the McRib with a shave or even a facial mask, because anyone can participate, from your brother to your mother, sister-in-law or cousin's roommate. I think the people in advertising are losing their minds as well from being locked up with COVID. I don't quite understand it. It's some kind of a promotion. But all I know is that the McRib sandwich is coming back nationwide starting tomorrow. And there's a shave 4 McRib.com, shave4mcrib.com. We had the November was Movember, where people grew their beards for remembering prostate cancer and other stuff. What is it, sweet? Now I can't.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Tuesday morning to you. It's the 1st of December, the 336th day of 2020. There are 30 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. I had just mentioned during our little break there, when we're still on social media, that the McRib sandwich is back starting tomorrow. And the whole idea about shaving after Movember is that sauce and beards don't go together well. I didn't understand that until Kim explained it to me. But all I know is the McRib is back tomorrow, and I'm not going to miss the McRib like I missed the deep fried turkey sandwiches they had around Thanksgiving, which I'm surprised they don't bring back. You're hearing the Linus and Lucy theme. It's our Christmas theme, and we dedicate it to a friend of the program who passed away not too long ago. Kellyanne Nagy used to always send me a note saying, don't forget to play Linus and Lucy December 1st. And Kim reminded me of that. So we are playing it and will through Christmas. And we're dedicating it to the late Kellyanne Nagy, who lost her battle with cancer. The team is here. Dick Hafner with WJR News, the way it was meant to be presented. Dana Clark, traffic weather, and that's important, with snow ending precisely at 9:40 this morning, according to Ann. Although the winter advisory is on till noon, 27 degrees or so right now. Brian Morton is in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. I think he's living there. He's had the whole place remodeled. He put up wallpaper, and then of course Kim is alongside. Wherever I am, Kim is, and she brought along the Listerine for me to double check. Not because I have coffee breath, but that would be part of it. But we were talking about something we brought up to our listeners weeks ago, and that is that that mouthwash can help in fighting COVID if you do it every day. If COVID gets into your lungs, mouthwash is not going to help, but it can stop it from getting to your lungs quite possibly. So that's something to think about. We'll try everything, for God's sakes. And of course, our executive producer, who runs the show by the clock, a grandfather clock, in fact, since doing it from home, Ann Thomas.
Happy Giving Tuesday, Dubster.
Happy Giving Tuesday to you. We are helping out anybody and everybody, but especially Chas today. And we'll tell you about that coming up here. But there's a lot of people that you can help on a day like today. Chas has launched Giving Tuesday, the Community Health and Social Services Center in Southwest Detroit. They're going to try to raise $90,000 to reach their goal of bringing a life-saving mammography machine to the center. And that's by the end of the year, they're hoping, or maybe by Christmas at least. But you can go to chasscenter.org, CHASS Center, chasscenter.org. We were talking about the mouthwash having to have certain chemicals in it. I don't see the chemical that's named in the story that I had, and yet Listerine is still listed as one of the mouthwashes. So I'm going to have to go for now because we don't know of any other ones with that one chemical in it. We're going to stick with Listerine and still say that it's probably the alcohol that is very useful in trying to fight that thing. We're going to talk a little later about the new words being added to the dictionary, including, I think they call it the word of the year. Does anybody know what that is?
I do, but that would be cheating.
Yes, you do. Pandemic is right, but that's
is it?
You can cheat, Dana, but you didn't know. So no, we know it because we're talking to somebody a little later about the pandemic. So yeah, that's the word. I don't remember them. I always remember them coming up with new words to put in the dictionary. I don't remember them, or didn't remember them, featuring a word for the year. But that's, I don't pay that much attention to those sorts of things. They're generally promotions to sell new dictionaries. What do you need a dictionary for? We already have a dictionary. Yeah, but Dad, if the dictionary's 20 years old, there's a lot of words in there that weren't in it 20 years ago. Well, they're probably words you shouldn't know anyway. So it's time to get a new dictionary. Remember when we had encyclopedias?
Yes.
We were blessed to get encyclopedias.
Excited about that.
We might have gotten ours because the gas station was offering them.
Right.
You remember that?
Yes.
You fill up and you get one of the encyclopedias, or
That's
I don't know,
right.
maybe you had 10 fill-ups to get an encyclopedia. But we did have a set. There was 2 different brands that were well known. World Book was the one I think we ended up with. What was the other?
Britannica.
Yeah. Encyclopedia Britannica. Good job.
Had that one.
You had that one. I wonder.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have no idea how we decided on which one we were going to have. Honest to God, it was probably because of a giveaway. I don't know. I do not know.
Did anybody do shopping for Cyber
Britannica.
Monday?
Yeah. Sure. What's that?
Did anybody shop for Cyber Monday? I tried, but I was unsuccessful.
Like I said in my column yesterday in the Detroit News, every day's Cyber Day.
Yes.
I mean, who's going out
Right.
and shopping?
Good point.
Although people are going out and shopping,
Mhm.
and some people are not wearing masks, which is beyond me. I'm tired of saying it till I'm blue in the face, but you can't tell I'm blue when I'm out because I've got a mask on.
Right.
But anyway, I don't know what it is about people not wearing masks, but Cyber Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Cyber Thursday, Cyber Friday. But the only thing we add to that, the caveat, and it's not as easy, but to, Saturday was small Saturday, which I appreciate the effort and what they're trying to do. But I'm just going to make it easier and say shop local. Now, some people have already attacked that shop local. Well, do you think the people are selling stuff that they only get locally? They get stuff from around the world, blah, blah. I understand that, folks. And when I say shop local, think of this. So if you shop local, and that even means if you're going to Costco or one of the superstores, you're still helping people in our community who work at those stores. Make sense?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It is 6:13 at 760 WJR.
International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Coming up, Monica Toomey. You might remember her as one of the 6 co-founders of FLAG, the Frontline Appreciation Group. They buy meals for folks on the front line from the local area restaurants. Therefore, they're helping the frontline workers and the restaurants. I love this organization. They're back at it. Monica Toomey's back with us. Coming up in just a moment here on WJR at 6:14. We check our WJR traffic and weather first. And Miss Dana Clark.
Paul W., about a half dozen accidents out there right now. It's going to be a slow commute. Make sure you slow down. Yep, new crash. Most of them are along 75. The newest one is in Monroe County, 75 northbound after Newport Road. Accident just reported. Northbound 75 at Rosa Parks. Accident causing delays there. And also the Davison ramp to 75 northbound. An accident is partially blocking that ramp. 94 eastbound at the Southfield Freeway. Accident on both shoulders. And then avoid a Mac near Connor. Police situation in that area in Detroit. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Guernsey Farms Dairy is celebrating 80 years of serving Michigan and wants to wish you a happy holidays. Enjoy the Guernsey Farms Dairy award-winning dairy products and special holiday eggnog this season at your local grocer or their newly remodeled store and restaurant in Northville. Visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com to order carryout.
Still some leftover snow showers. They'll be continuing this morning on the gusty west-northwest wind. Could get a little slick out there with additional light accumulations of an inch or less. Winter weather advisory until noon. This afternoon, mostly cloudy. Gusty wind in 36. Overnight tonight, cleared out 28. Suburbs colder. Sunny tomorrow, 44. From a Weather Channel meteorologist, Ray Stagicon, News Talk 760 WJR.
And at 27 snowy degrees, but Ann assures us the snow will end not at about 9.